Okay, so let's have a look at adjustment 4 for Heighway, the 2020 exam paper, sole trader. So it says a warehouse was purchased during the year for 90,000 plus VAT at 13.5%. The amount paid to the vendor was entered in the land and buildings account. So this VAT shouldn't have been entered in the land and buildings account. It should be entered in the VAT account. So we need to calculate how much the VAT is. So we're going to get 13.5% of the 90,000. That's going to give you your VAT. We're going to take that away from our land and buildings and we're going to put it into our VAT account. So your working is going to look something like this. So we are going to have our VAT, which is 90,000. And we're multiplying that by the VAT in the question, which is 13.5%. So the VAT is going to be 12,150. That's what the VAT is. So we need to decrease our VAT and we need to decrease our building. So let's have a look at our VAT first. We'll see what side the VAT is in our profit and loss account or in our trial balance. Is it a debit or is it a credit? If it's debit, it's money due back to us. If it's credit, we need to pay it. So we need to pay VAT of 3,100. So it's on the credit side. So our VAT account is going to be 3,100. It's going to be our opening balance. Because it's purchases, so purchases, we're going to reduce our VAT account by our purchases. So it's coming from our buildings. It's going to be 12,150. So remember, with purchases, we can claim that back. With sales, we have to pay it. So usually what happens with a VAT is the VAT is done every 2 months in the business. They kind of offset their purchases and sales. And at the end, then they'll see whether they have overpaid their VAT. If they have, they'll get that back. It'll be in your balance sheet as a current asset, or if they have to pay it as a liability, and that will go into your balance sheet as a current liability. So our VAT at the moment, so this means if we balance this off, it means that instead of our VAT being a liability, our VAT is now an asset. So that's going to go into your balance sheet as a current liability. So our balance then comes down to the debit side, and that's going to start the next month off it. So we have a credit there. So it's going to be your balance sheet as a current asset. We've overpaid our VAT. With our buildings then, so the amount then we're going to take from the trial balance. So find out what our land and buildings is, so 795,000. And we're going to take away our VAT because it shouldn't have been in there. We put it into the wrong account. So our buildings should be 782,850, and that's the figure you're going to use for any adjustments that you might make later on in the question.